Hello, this is Clinton Scott with Realty Wealth Advisors, and we're here to give you a property showcase for the week. And this is an exciting property showcase because we are featuring properties that are in very high demand. We get a lot of questions for commercial and larger scale multifamily properties all the time, and regrettably, we don't have a lot of them. We always struggle to find them in the right areas. But however, these are ones that we have rehabbed for a very long time in amazing areas. Both have very unique qualities to them, and we're excited to be able to offer them up to our clients.
Yeah, so the first of the two, and these are two properties that we purchased ourselves, had a long-term plan to turn these around and then offer them to clients. And with these projects, they take a long time, so we've owned these for quite a while, a little over a year on both of them. But the first property is up near Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana. So we bought this property a couple of years ago knowing that it was going to need a lot of love and tender care, with especially the land that it was built on. So back when they built it, they really didn't do a very good job grading,
drainage.
Yeah, with the drainage and the grading of the land. So we hired an excavating company to come dig about 100-foot trench to tie into the city's drainage system. And,
Massive project.
Yeah, and it took months and months of approvals and all that. And so that was step one with this. Before this, we could really make this property what we knew it could be. The special part of these is below the units are storage facilities. We just did waterproofing and foundation shore-ups on all the storage units.
Locked, secured, 24-hour video monitoring, the whole 9 yards. We have some currently rented out to some of the tenants, and we are starting to lease the other ones as well. But
I think it's 23 units.
23 storage units. Again, storage units, very high demand, something we get asked about a lot. But the reality is, when people have storage units, you don't see them selling them that often because those are normally owners that hold on to them for a very long time. So we don't see them run across our table that often. Yeah,
sadly, we're in the business of developing properties and selling them. But otherwise, this has been a really fun, cool project. This is a project I've taken my kids by a couple of times to show them. So the next property is a really, really big love child of ours. This has been our passion project. Truly our passion project for years.
This is the Claremont building in downtown Evansville. We acquired it a couple of years ago. It was in pretty rough shape, to say the least. The second and third floor are the residential units, 26 apartments. And there was a lot of unfavorable tenants in there, tenants that weren't paying their rent, tenants that weren't taking care of the property. And as most investors know, when you have that many tenants, it is a process to be able to get them out over time and then for us to do the renovation. So we literally had to go through the building one unit at a time, which is not something that we prefer. We prefer to go in and do everything all at once, but this was something that took a lot of time. And what we did is we made these 26 units extremely nice. And our target market is millennial driven. Because of its location, it is 1 block from the Riverwalk, the Ohio River in Evansville. There's tons of revitalization down there as far as restaurants, boutiques, that sort of thing. And then the other added bonus is there's a medical school that is now up and going right across the street. So we see a lot of med students that are renting it. We put the high-speed fiber internet throughout the building, which really caters to that millennial market, and we've got the units leased, and those set on top of the first floor. That is the units on the first floor are commercial units, and we have a law firm that's been in there for 30 years.
Yeah, they have one of those reputations as being the lawyers of lawyers here in the state of Indiana. In fact, last time we sat down with him and talked to him, he was telling us stories about different governor elections that he was involved in.
Such a cool conversation.
Really neat people who've been there forever. Great tenants. And then we have a ministry's offices and a print shop in there. Also, in the basement, we have a laundry facility that I joke is paying my kids' way through college.
It's amazing the revenue that it generates.
And then we also have the basement storage all rented out to Old National Bank and then another law firm across the street. Last generating revenue would be the parking lot, which we used to rent to the optometrist And whoever's going to go into his spot next, we'll probably try to see if they'll take over that contract.
Very large parking lot,
Yeah.
makes it even more attractive, because just looking at commercial listings in downtown Evansville, or really anywhere for that matter, in a larger metropolitan area, the dirt alone is very valuable. And having that big lot really triples the size of our footprint and really makes it worth that much more.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways this property generates revenue. It's a cash cow. It was a passion project. We love this property. It's in the neatest little downtown area, as Clint said, and one of the best parts I've saved for last, which is if you know what an economic opportunity zone is, this is the good news. This is located right on the edge, right on the corner of one of those. So the tax benefits that you get with that are unbelievable. So a lot of our clients are very aware and look for those economic opportunity zone properties. This one's right on the edge of it, so you get all those opportunities, all the advantages of having a property in an economic opportunity zone.
Little tongue twister.
Yeah, if you don't know what it is, just Google it. It really is an attractive place to hold properties. And it wasn't just that attracted us to that area. I mean, we've got the casino a few blocks away. You've got the restaurants that Clinton managed. You've got the Riverwalk area. And we didn't just put lipstick on this property. I mean, we went in and, like Clint said, we upgraded the electrical system. We put fiber optic throughout. We put over $100,000 roof on it. You name it. We turned this property into
durable
what it should have been.
flooring, vinyl plank throughout the common areas, throughout all of the units. It's a really, really sharp property, and I love looking at the pictures every time.
Yeah.
We talk about it, or we've been in the building many times. It's always a fun place to go visit.
So we want it to go to a good home, and we hope that you allow us to continue to manage it, because I'd like to keep this baby in my life somehow, as long as I can. But for listing at $3 million with the number and the revenue that it generates, we know it'll go to someone good and it should go pretty quick. So if you have any questions on these two properties or just real estate in general, don't hesitate to reach out. Jamie at RWA Properties is our sales manager, and she can answer all your questions on these. Also, don't hesitate to reach out to us directly. We love and know these properties like the back of our hand. So we're happy to talk about them, and we just appreciate your time.
Thanks for joining us. Happy investing.